Dan,
Bob,
and Eric
from GigaBoots.com. Welcome to GigaBoots Podcast number 43. At least I think it is.
Yes, it is. It is 43.
Hooray!
Good job. First try.
And that will also be the title of the episode. At least I think it is.
Okay.
So today we've got a great show for you. We've got this cornucopia of games we've been playing over the last week, and we're going to talk about that. We'll get to the news later, of which there's some pretty interesting stuff. But first off, okay. So Mountain Dew came out with a new flavor of drink. It is Game Fuel for Call of Duty. Can you lift up that can so we can just okay? Mountain Dew, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Game Fuel, Dew with a blast of lemonade flavor and other natural flavors.
I'm excited.
So we have a bit for each of us to drink and talk about how that tastes on the air. So we're gonna take a sip real quick and yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
It just seems like a fizzy lemonade.
Yeah?
It's not really that bad.
I'm not getting any Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew? Yeah, no, it really doesn't taste like Mountain Dew.
This is fizzy lemonade.
It's fizzy lemonade that has a weird... It's got an aftertaste like those aspartame-laced lemonades.
And also...
But it has 170 calories, so I don't know why.
It kind of does have an aftertaste of dew.
Of Dew?
Oh my god, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sneaks up on you.
It's like, wait, what the heck
It's
is
like-
this?
and
Oh,
like
thanks,
when you-
lemonade. Dew. Where'd you come from?
And when you burp, you get both. So if you can mix that with whatever you ate, say stroganoff,
Oh.
that is a delightful burp.
Enjoy the taste sensation.
Yeah, so that... I don't like it. That's my least favorite Game Fuel so far.
I've not had any Game Fuel, so my bar is pretty low.
Oh, okay. Well, I have an old can of Mountain Dew Game Fuel from Halo 3's launch if you want to drink that flavor next.
I guess maybe I do.
It's only been 7 years.
I'm sure that aged well. I'm
It's like
sure
wine.
Like what?
I'm gonna die before all you anyway because I have a disease. So.
So why not live on the edge and drink 7-year-old soda? I love how soda that old is just blatantly metal tasting. Like, yeah.
Sort of like the way that whiskey takes on the aspect of the barrel that it's in, it'll
Yes.
take on the aspect of the shitty aluminum can.
Yes,
Great.
exactly right. I've already had 2 of those really old Game Fuels to drink.
Are you saying we need to just put soda inside barrels now? Is that what we need to do?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Actually, don't they do that with root beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where root beer is kept. Because, it's fake beer.
Right.
Except not tasting like piss.
Yeah.
I've never tasted a beer that I've liked.
I tasted
Ever.
a beer that I didn't hate. That
Really?
was the high bar for me.
Wow.
Yeah, Rolling Rock?
Okay.
Yeah, I can't taste it. It just tastes like water.
High praise.
Is it working or
I
praise?
I guess. I don't know.
You just drink it and go, this is beer?
Now,
Yeah.
the amazing thing is, I came across this because Jay from HailZeon.com, or Xeon, or Hail Xeon, whatever the fuck he's going by this week, Jay, he was watching the Angry Video Game Nerd videos or whatever, and, like, him and his friends had Rolling Rock, and it was just around, and he was like, okay, I'll try this. And then he tried it, and he liked it a lot. And he's like, hey, Dan, you gotta try this beer. And I'm like, I don't fucking like beer. And he's like, oh, it's a tasty beer. And I try it, and I'm like, it tastes like water. That's not tasty. It's just not fucking hideously disgusting.
Yeah.
So, I guess you did it. But it's kind of funny to think about the Angry Video Game Nerd is drinking a beer that doesn't have a flavor. Like, the one beer that doesn't have a fucking flavor.
I don't know.
But see, that's the crazy thing with me. I can taste most alcohols. For some reason, the last tequila I had, I could not taste. I think you were there for that, where everyone was like, ugh, and I'm just like, I don't taste anything. And my sister-in-law is just like, me neither.
Oh, right, I remember that.
I'm like, is this a superpower? And then I never had tequila again, because, I don't know.
We should test this again.
Yeah, what was it? Your girlfriend got us those rock salt shot glasses.
Yeah, with
So, yes,
perpetually salted.
which is fucking cool. Like, have I shown you it?
Yeah, I was there when she gave it to you.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Because that was at D&D.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really fucking cool. Just conceptually of this this container for drinking is salt.
It's made out of a thing that you're going to eat or
consume
something.
in order to deal, which
Yeah.
is fucking neat. Like, put tomato soup in it. And I don't know. But in any case, let's talk about what we've been playing for the last week. Eric, I remember our last podcast. I assure you, all of that is gone now.
Okay. No,
And
actually, I haven't really touched Destiny since then.
Oh, really?
I've given it kind of a break.
Oh, okay. Kind of a break.
I did kind of go wholesale into it, in the way that I typically do. But I decided to kind of break and come back when there's new content, because like the Queen's event ended, and
So
now
you're
it's
done with Destiny?
No, I'm not done with Destiny. Shut up. No, I'm gonna go back like every once in a while, see like the vendor has stuff, or if I feel like playing, or if they introduce a new like in-game event, like the Queen's Bounty stuff. That's because right now it's Iron Banner, which is PvP, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got like for the Iron Banner, they have all sorts of other rewards to get and things like
Yes.
that, which is neat. But I don't know, it's just not. Maybe if I was playing with other people again, because when I played PvP with you guys, it was fun.
Yeah.
But in general, I'm garbage at it, and if I don't have someone to laugh at with me, then I'm not really. I'm just like, why? I'm just again. I've not referred to anything else as much as, or you've used the phrase "slamming a dick in a door," as I have with Destiny.
Which says a lot about Destiny.
Like, if you look at, like, usage over time, like, Google tracks it over the internet. If you tracked my life in the phrase, slamming dick in door, as soon as Destiny hit, it spikes up. I don't know why.
It slowly trails off with how little, as you decreasingly play Destiny.
So that's what I've not been playing. I guess that counts.
So what have you been playing?
Primarily, other stuff. Some idle games like Cookie Clicker, because I have a disease of the mind.
As well as of the gut.
As well as of my intestinal tract. But and I looked at a couple of the PSN games that were released for the new free games for the PS Plus.
Yeah, what was it? Pix the Cat?
Pix the Cat for Vita and PS4's cross-buy.
And what else?
Dust and Elysian Tale and Spelunky.
Okay, did you check out Dust?
I did. I played it for about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. That's about where I dropped off, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've owned it on Steam for a year or two, and I just didn't...
It's got this quality to it that just, like... Because I've also... Like,
Okay, real quick. This is the best way I can describe it, because, yeah, you're sort of poking at this quality. The game is there faffing about.
Yes, the faffing about factor is high. Like, it starts off, here's our interesting world that we'll hint at. Maybe it's interesting. And then I'm an amnesiac, and there's a weird little sword that pops up, and a sprite that is sure. And then you wander through the most...
I guess we're teaming up.
Particle-ridden forest of magical shit everywhere. It's in the air, man.
Yeah.
And you're just comboing weird, like, I can't track I lose myself whenever I start comboing. I can't find myself. There's so much, like, movement and jittering, and then there's particles everywhere, and there's monsters because reasons, and, like, I can't follow this. And it lost me so quickly. Like, there's nothing happens except I'm an amnesiac. Maybe I should wander towards this town for no reason.
This sword is mine now.
I have a sword that's talking to me. This weird little furry fairy, and enemies that I have to fight.
Yeah. So it faffs about.
It faffs about.
You are just sort of there, and if you like its faffing, you'll probably hang out with it and go geocaching. And whatnot. And if you're not into it, you'll probably just look at it for a bit and decide you've got to go and you've got a thing, but you should totally hang out with Dust and Elysian Tale again sometime, but you're not gonna.
I mean, I can see that there might be an interesting game mechanically underneath, because it is a Metroidvania. It veers heavily, I feel, towards that Castlevania part of it, that with the... There's a lot of, like, stat progression. It looks like you can craft materials and level up and do things. Like, that's cool. And you know, there's also get abilities, do stuff with that, getting to new areas.
I've always... Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
I always love when you, personally, you're like, it's a Metroidvania, but it leads towards the Castlevania element of that. And I just... Every time my brain goes, yeah... Because Metroidvanias that are Metroid games are called Metroid games.
Yeah, I know.
And that happens every time in my brain. But then I remember that some dickwads on the internet
So
ran away with the
yeah.
term Metroidvania. They're like, this is a Metroidvania. And I look almost every time and go, no.
No, that's Metroid.
Like it's too linear a lot of the time.
That's true.
A lot of the time. Not all the time. Other times there are other problems where it's always like, you accomplished this thing. Now a door is open. Which happened like once in all 3 Game Boy Advance Castlevanias. And it felt empty.
Yeah. And again,
you hit a switch and a wall exploded.
That phrase
was
really
Circle of the
means Sotentroid, basically, because it's Symphony of the Night when they're really talking about
Metroidvania. Yeah, like the portable installments really define like because Symphony of the Night's one usage case.
Yeah.
You look at all the portable ones and they very heavily point out like what that would be as a genre.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that Symphony of the Night was the progenitor, and they went along in that style. Mm-hmm. So that's what I just went to.
Yeah. Which, I guess, yeah, if you count Symphony of the Night has a few cheap things like that. Oh, now you got this card that opens blue doors.
Yeah, you got the blue key. That was like... that was about it for
it was
a door.
I thought it was a card, though. I thought it was a symbol that just let you open blue doors. And, I don't know, I think there was one other thing where it was just like a really cheap feeling, like, that didn't... I'm not ability-wise better as a character. But that's because Symphony of the Night as a game is just wholly unconservative. It just goes and goes and goes. There's even the castle, but upside down.
It is full of bloat. They're full of the items that are shoes that the description is makes you a bit taller.
Yeah.
And it boosts your height by like 2 pixels.
Yep.
Someone put that in the game and thought that was a good idea.
And they were...
Look, you got a cape that let you let you change the color on it.
That's right, yeah.
And they had a whole new menu for that, just for changing the color of your cape.
And then the crystal cloak, that was awesome because you could see through it.
Right?
Yeah, so you hold the up and then Symphony of the Night is just a pile of shit. Like, and I'm not saying that as it's a bad game.
I would say it's a pile, but not maybe of shit. It's a jumble.
I don't know.
Of things.
I think it's the controversial opinion incoming. It's probably the worst Metroidvania. Everyone praises it at the best, but these same people haven't played pretty much any of the portable installments. And they're also more superficially concerned. Like, Dawn of Sorrow is better than Aria of Sorrow because it's prettier. Like, and I've heard that exact statement from a lot of these. Like, it had the PS1 quality graphics. I'm like, whatever. I can make that argument another day.
So yeah,
we'll do that next Castle.
Great, cool.
But yeah, Dust and Elysian Tale, Pix the Cat.
Pix the Cat was eh. I was
just gonna say it was Dust.
Okay.
I played it just for a moment, so I really don't have much to comment on it other than the D-pad doesn't work right in certain menus, like the pause menu. Weird. It just makes the cursor fly.
Weird.
Like you tap it once, and it's like bam, you're at the bottom of the menu.
Were you using the controller with the weird stick? Maybe that had something to do with it.
I don't think I was, but maybe. Were you having an issue with that?
I don't really remember that being a problem. I feel like that would have stood out if that had happened.
I haven't even downloaded that shit on my PS4. It was on yours, and I was like, I'm going to register it so I get to keep it. But fuck it.
I think most of the... Do you have anything else to say for Dust?
No, not really.
Because most of the problems with
Destiny.
Dust were highlighted because I had also bought, on a whim, but also because it was reminded to me of... I bought Guacamelee.
Yeah.
On the PS4.
Yeah.
The Super Turbo Championship Edition, which is the actual...
Which is a great name.
Yes.
This is a great name.
And that, I was like, I'm just going to play it because I wanted to buy it and then play it with Dan, who had never played it before, because it is 2-player. I started playing, I was like, I'm just going to play it. I played it for 2 solid hours. And I'm going back tonight, I'm going to play it a couple more hours. That game is incredible. Like, I had forgotten... I only played it just, like maybe half a year ago, and I just turned it back on. Like, I've forgotten just how great the game is. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
It is, like, and just, like, for the amount of faffing about that Dust does, like, it just, the juxtaposition, putting those up side by side is like, wow, one of these is well designed. The other one is faffing.
Just looking at, like, the gameplay, the core gameplay itself, and not necessarily the aesthetic or various other artistic merits, Dust has a way about itself where I'm not interested in playing it. And I own Dust.
There's an amount of seriousness that it takes itself really seriously.
And the combo system is, like, insanely high speed, but also seems kind of, like,
I will say it's really beautifully animated, like really smooth, really good looking.
I would say the combo system is really shallow. Like I played a lot of it on PC. I never beat it just because I got bored. But yeah, see, I played probably like 5 hours in and then just stopped, and I never turned it back on.
Yeah, I mean that's the sort of thing. Like though, like for me in action games, if your combat isn't compelling, if it doesn't have good merits to doing different things, and it's just that's the thing you should do, I get fucking bored immediately. Which is why like I don't know that I played through any God of War except for 3. And 3 did improve the combat a good bit over the other ones. Yeah. Just in the variety of weapons, especially compared to 1.
Yeah.
I just... Guacamelee, yeah.
Guacamelee. Like, all the moves that you earn are not only useful for progressing through the game and unlocking different areas that you can get to, with like a wall jump or an uppercut that lets you ascend slightly higher to get into new areas, but they're also combat useful as well, and all the enemies start requiring you to use all the different moves and ways, and there's even like a combo practice thing that lets you practice combo strings against things just to like give you an idea of here's all the crazy things you can do with our system that is also useful within the world for traversing it in a way that not many people who say they're Metroidvania games really get that that's what that it's like not, the powers are there not only just to get you
unlock
from place
a
to
new
place.
area.
They're not keys. They're not solely just keys to get to a new door.
It's its own type of level progression.
It is a new way of traversing a level. It's a new way of fighting an enemy that has
increasing
multiple
the variety. Yeah. I mean,
and
even the shoulder tackle
nails it so well.
Yeah,
so fucking well. It boggles my mind.
That it just makes you angry.
It makes it look so easy, and it makes me angry that other people just like look at. They're doing it. What's wrong with you? Your budget's 3 times that size. How did you not get this right?
I'm just imagining like the Batman game where he has to call Alfred and like send me the key for cell block 3.
Yes, sir. Here comes the case, sir. Alfred, you feeling all right? I'm feeling fine. Fine now. Bad impersonation away.
But and another thing, like I was thinking about it on the way here, just that like
I want a Batman cartoon where he sounds like that so bad.
A small moment in it made me sort of weirdly renew my desire to game.
See, Destiny did it to him too.
No, it wasn't Destiny. No, it was a general sort of like I felt this sort of getting older. Like maybe I'm outgrowing games. Like I'm enjoying games less and less, and each new game coming out, kind of like that doesn't look interesting. But going back to Guacamelee made me realize it's one of my favorite games that I've played ever. Like on level of Bastion. Like I fucking love Bastion. But it like playing it. Comparing it again to Dust. Dust has a made-up fantasy world, and it kind of feels forced and not interesting, and like it has to convince you that it's interesting. But almost everything, all the references and all the like the lore within Guacamelee is based on some sort of Mexican tradition or Mexican folktale that you once you actually research it, like, oh my god, that makes a lot of sense, and that's really cool that they just like they didn't have to make anything up. They just tapped into folklore that isn't really well represented in gaming or even media in general, and put it out there, and it's great. I don't know, and just from my perspective, as someone who hasn't invested hours in either, you can look at Guacamelee and you can look at Dust, and you can tell which one of these two is more mechanically interested in what they're doing, and which one of these two has a story to tell you. And I mean, there is a small story.
Yes, there is. I've been around for that, but it certainly didn't feel like Dust does. Not only how it looks, but how it carries itself.
Yeah, playing the beginning of Dust again, I was like, wow, I'm skipping a lot of cutscenes because it makes you watch the first one, but then, geez, it just keeps popping up as, I'm going to talk to you.
It's trying really hard to make the characters endearing to you. By having all these like cutesy interactions and like, I'm stoic and I don't know what's going on, but you're crazy. I'm a zany little fairy sprite and
manic pixie archetype.
I have voice. It's like, okay, great, but like the first like frame of Guacamelee, you see the main character without his superheroes, and he's just like this sad sack looking like guy who works on a farm. It's like, I know who that guy is immediately. And he doesn't say anything in the entire game, but I know who he is and what he's about already.
Yeah, and this is why I was angry with a lot of games last gen, because like a lot of these smaller titles started inheriting the troubles and flaws of AAA last gen, where it's just incessant talking. Let me convince you how good our universe is, and I'm like, let me tell you, motherfucker, I'm not a goddamn investor. I am playing your game. You know what I'm interested in? The game. I'm not interested in whatever the fuck you think about these characters. So, Eric, now that I've said this, can you guess why I hate Freedom Planet?
Because, I mean, it's so much of it is still unlearned lessons from Basic Fiction 101.
Yes.
If you have to tell us why you're interesting, you're not interesting.
Yes.
If your setting is interesting, let us see it and we'll agree with you. But if you have to constantly sit there and convince us, no, guys, really, it's super cool. I have a really interesting backstory. I will be less and less inclined to listen to you and care.
And that sort of problem is probably exacerbated by the fact they didn't just have one central character in Dust. Like, because it is now a dialogue about a thing instead of just showing you the thing.
Yeah.
Like, and that's another problem people often have in fiction movies, for example, where it's like, no, don't fucking tell them, show them. Meanwhile, Dust is like, oh, well, this sword,
even the sword talks.
Even the sword won't shut the fuck up.
It is actually, literally, here's a word for everyone, prosopopoia.
Prosopopoia!
It is where, it is one of my fancy college words, that basically it is when an object has been given properties that you would ascribe to a person, but it is not only like personifying it, but it's also telling you it with its own word. That is prosopopoia in action right there. It is actually literally talking to you about its own characteristics and its feelings. Shit.
Like, for example, I'm a pencil. I like to write things. Wait, sorry, let me throw back to the Little Big Planet 2 review. I'm a hammer. I like to hammer things. Sometimes I like to get nailed. Ha ha ha. Whimsy. Ha ha ha.
Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
I like
fucking
Stephen
Little
Fry,
Big Planet 2. That's it's like, you want to create a level. That's great. Enjoy these 59 simple videos on how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
I got about 2 into that and went, no, Stephen Fry, no amount of charming on your part is going to make me care.
Yeah, no. It's, ugh. But yeah, in any case.
God bless you for trying.
So Pix the Cat, have either of you played that?
I played it like for about 5 minutes. It's a fun little like arcadey thing, and that tends to hold my attention for a short period of time.
Okay. Cool.
So you might like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I even as a kid, like, who didn't grow up in a huge arcade culture, because it was kind of dead by the time I was growing up.
Yeah.
Kind of. It was super dead by the time I was growing up.
Dead.
But damn, we had 2 arcades in this area. They were both in one mall that was bad.
We had 3. We had the BX, on the base. There was an arcade there.
I didn't know.
Oh, okay. And then there were 2 at the mall, and then they shut
2?
one down.
There was Aladdin's Castle.
Yeah, and then they shut one down, so Aladdin's Castle was the only one.
What was the other one called?
Jim's
Jewels or something.
Jim's Magic or something.
There was also, in Sandestin, there was Morgan's. That had an arcade.
Okay, so that makes a grand total of 4 in a 20-mile radius. And they were all pretty small, except for Morgan's was all right.
Morgan's was great.
It was, and that lasted like, what, 1 year or something? It was
I don't know. It
wasn't
glorious.
long enough. That's what the problem here is. But in any case, as a kid, I bought Namco Museum stuff, and I played the Williams arcade collections on the Super NES. Something about that just core gameplay, like, no, this is a thing you get better at, and we have made it mechanically deep so you can really spend a good chunk of time getting better at it. And it is also a game that, like, it's okay that you died in an arcade game. Like, you can just start over. You don't feel like, oh, I'm watching this cutscene again. Oh, I'm watching all this stuff again. The whole thing about that, right? Like, Mega Man 3 takes about 2 hours, an hour and a half to beat, something like that. I don't know. Like, first time through. And you keep getting stuck on a late level. And you feel like, damn, I just got gypped because I don't get to see what comes next. You die in an arcade game. It's fine. The next level was like the last one, but different. But it's okay because those earlier levels will be as enjoyable the next time around.
And also, just before I forget this thought of with arcade games, with no they're more honest. I feel because now when you die, the game almost punishes you. Like when you're talking about A's Odyssey and how the death animation takes forever.
Yeah,
it feels like you're being punished. But with the arcade game, it's like give me more money. You can play right now. Just put another dollar in.
Another fucking quarter.
We're good to go.
Come on.
You understand this transaction. Just do it. Do it. Fucking do it.
This is why, like the original Gauntlet, I thought was a sick son of a bitch.
There's that.
But Gauntlet 64 is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's funny how that slight difference, like, I look at Gauntlet and I'm like, you motherfuckers put quarters in this? Are you insane? I own that shit on the NES and it, like, stomped my nuts in. Why would you pay money
to... It drains your health. It just does that.
Yeah. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's just fucking, you're always dying. But in any case, yeah. So cool. I look forward to checking out Pix the Cat.
Okay. Yeah, and just before I also
forget, it's free on PlayStation Plus.
When people talk about wanting to put more diversity in games, and I look at Guacamelee and say that's the benefit of that. Like, that's the benefit of having a diverse, like, from a culture that is underrepresented and has interesting stories to tell. That's what I want when I think of make gaming more diverse.
Here's the double-edged sword here, the double-sided blade. So that's a good implementation of that.
Yes.
Remember Me's a terrible implementation of that, where the main character is a fucking tool bag woman who does everything that a person she's never met tells her to do, and the whole time she cries about it and worries about it in loading. In between levels, she feels guilty about having killed thousands. But then once the level starts, she's okay. And it's like... You realize, because your protagonist is a female, because this is a thing they did. They made a giant marketing push out of, like, other publishers wouldn't let us have a female as the main character. They shut us down. Capcom's awesome. And then their game starts, and I'm like, your fucking story is still garbage shit dumps. It is like fucking diarrhea up my nose. Like, you are worse for making a giant fit out of your story having a female character when it is this level of awful.
I guess.
And I mean, that's the thing. Like, it is good to have diversity so that way your influences make you stand out because we have enough shit that is dust. We have enough shit that is high fantasy horse shit with furries. Sorry, everyone. It's fucking true. It's funny because they're going to connect the dots between Freedom Planet and Dust and be like, does Dan just hate furries? Like, no, I've been on for good. But in any case.
See, I'm okay. I mean, there's always going to be good art and bad art no matter what genre or medium or thing you're trying to do is.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that. I mean, that double edge. I'm okay with grabbing that sword.
Yeah.
If I get games like Guacamelee and I get to forget about games like Remember Me.
As a cause, it is bad because there are people who literally... It's sad. There are people who literally bought Remember Me because it was bold enough to have a main female character. It's like, hey, here's an idea. How about we buy things that are good because they're good?
That story really doesn't check out. That is story.
I feel like Remember Me didn't sell like shit.
No. I'm saying
I'm talking critically. Journalists were sitting there being like, Remember Me has female character. Thank God. All these fucking boring games like Grand Theft Auto with their men.
All I remember is negative reviews for that game.
Yeah. No, reviews are done by reviewers. I'm talking about journalists who are people who don't shut the fuck up to get page views.
I guess I missed all those.
No,
I skipped over all of them.
What I was going to say is they apparently got, like, canned at Sony, who earlier the same generation released Heavenly Sword.
Yeah. I had no idea they got... I forgot about that backstory. Man, that's really, really shitty. Now I'm even angrier. Because, as I said, they very literally did, like, there was an article on pretty much every major news site about how other publishers wouldn't publish Remember Me because I had a female protagonist. And this is, I am not twisting what they said. That is literally what they put forth. Other publishers would not publish the game because of that. And they were fucking with Sony, who published Heavenly Sword.
Oh, well, whatever. We're getting way off topic here.
No, I am angry. It is okay to talk about this because it is a video game. It is fucking relevant. But yeah, no, I like pooling from different lores and mythologies and things like that. Characters.
Different cultures, different backgrounds, even different anything.
Shit, what was the name of that Spanish developed game in South America?
Papa Yo?
Yeah. The most interesting part of that game was how different it looked. I did not like the gameplay. So yeah, that's another thing where it's like, the best part of it was how it wasn't set in America with like normal shit. Like, it was pulling from other places and influences. And that was what made it interesting. Mechanically, it was a boring as fuck game. That was apparently about an abusive relationship with an alcoholic father.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
That
was the main thing, yeah.
I played 40 minutes, and I was like, imagine if you drained all the fun out of Banjo-Kazooie. What's left? A skeleton. With its skeleton arms.
Yeah, that game was awful.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Like what I'm telling you here.
Yeah.
I like things that have diverse influences. I like things that are interesting. Regardless of what gender, race the main character is. When you make a boring-ass game that has a female in it, and you tell me, you should, other people wouldn't fucking publish this because there's a female in it.
Yeah, but I think, that's annoying, but that's sort of the zeitgeist of our moment right now. I feel like that's not a trend that's going to last, because good games are going to last, and shit that was put out because it's the trend to put out a thing, even if it's not good, but, hey, look, it has this thing that everyone likes. But even though it is, in general, objectively a positive thing to put more women in games if they're underrepresented, even if it's bad, overall, in the grand scheme of things, in the long game, it's still positive to me, for me.
Here's the thing. Just
it's annoying in the interim. It's annoying as shit, and it's kind of insulting to like, oh, look, there's a shitty game, but screw up female protagonist who should like it.
That's what it is. What it is they sit here and objectively say, well, there's a female protagonist and that's progress. No, if it's a bad character, it's a bad character. That's my stance on this. We have plenty of boring male characters, and I look forward to the future where we have plenty of boring female characters. I just wish, that it weren't just seen as
plenty of boring
good.
Black characters and Mexican characters.
Now let's not
Italian
get too.
There'll be chances for every race and nationality to be boring as fuck.
I was talking to Aggro, and I was like,
in the Star Trek future.
Every time I hear about like females are underrepresented in games, and I'm like, let me talk to you about black people. Name 2 in video games in the last 4 years.
Coltrane. He's big enough for 2.
I was gonna say
Higgs.
Saz.
Who? Oh, Saz. Right.
It's from 13. From
13. But yeah, no, like, what? We've got 3. We've got Coltrane, Saz, and
the main character is Starhawk. What's his name?
The guy
Paul
from,
McGrath.
guy from Prototype 2.
Guy Fieri.
Oh, the guy in Prototype 2 was black?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I never played it.
It was on the covers, like, I've got this crazy arm, also I'm black.
Because he basically... It just is the first game, but it was a different guy.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it's incredible. That development studio was amazing because I'm not sure I ever showed you this. It's fucking remarkable, and not enough people relish this. If you look at their early 360 or late PS2 game, the Hulk game they made.
Oh yeah.
And then look at Prototype, and then look at Prototype 2. The main character's animations are used across all 3.
Right. You were telling me about that.
And that is so fucking incredible.
I don't know how that happened, because, I mean, Activision gave them so much money.
Right?
Especially for 2. Like, that apparently was a budget blower that they thought was going to be amazingly successful.
Which is sad, because...
When was Metal Gear Solid 4 released? Not in the last
2008.
Okay, I was like, Drebin.
Yeah. Which Metal Gear's... I think Metal Gear's been pretty good about that. I think every Metal Gear since 3 has had... I don't know.
2 had one...
Oh, yeah, the fucking bomb diffuser.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, is he, like, some reference to Die Hard?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, he puts one black guy in every Metal Gear because he saw too many 80s action movies where they just have one black guy. But admittedly, that is one more than a lot of video games.
And DARPA Chief was in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, there's Metal Gear Solid 1, DARPA Chief. Second one's Bomb Dude. Third one is Sigint. Fourth one is Drebin. And then I haven't played any of the portable ones. So for all intents and purposes for this discussion, they can go fuck themselves.
I don't remember one being acid at all, but I'm pretty sure.
But it was on acid, so we can forgive it.
Peace Walker was like set in South America, so.
So yeah, you got like, Chico and Paz.
Right, you didn't really get
Paz.
Paz, I think is right.
I think it was
Paz.
More like a.
Okay.
I mean, spelled Paz, but I think
P-A-Z.
every time I say it, it's like
Pez.
Paz.
I mean, I don't know that it should be Paz if it's South American.
I don't know, man. I don't. Dude, she was like, okay, I don't.
Don't get me in Metal Gear.
I'm in too deep already.
Don't you do this to me.
I'm up to my dick in shitty Metal Gear lore.
Everyone who's paying attention is. Fuck 4. But in any case, what else have you been playing? Is that it?
Yeah, that. I mean,
Okay.
I had a lot to say about Guacamelee, and that I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
tapped.
Bob?
I bought Strider 2 on the PSN. What was it, yesterday?
Which is a PS1 classic. And
Yes.
it comes with 2 discs.
Right.
Disc 1 is Strider 1.
Strangely enough.
And you have to select from the from the PlayStation menu, not switch discs, but reset in order to tell it
And then
to
it gives
boot
you
up
the
the
option,
second disc.
yeah.
Yes. Which is fucking holy shit. That is fucked. But so you got Strider 1 and Strider 2 for $6.
Right.
Seems like a fucking deal.
Seems like a great deal.
Seems like a
And then you
fucking
boot
great
up the
deal.
game.
But then you play it.
Right.
And go, oh.
Because I've played a bit of Strider 2 before buying it here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to remember if I did it any other way than emulating the arcade of it.
No,
Probably.
I think we were just maybe
Maybe we rented the disc from somewhere.
maybe
But the last time
I
I
don't
saw
remember
a
that.
physical copy of this game, it was $80
yeah.
at a GameStop when they carried PS1 games.
So that was a while ago.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Strider.
Strider.
I watched him play Strider, and it's one of those things where like people don't appreciate how much you can tell about the game if you pay close attention to how frames play out and stuff, mechanical things like that.
Right.
But so I'm gonna give my experience with his. But Bob, what did you? How was Strider?
For Strider 1, let's
talk
start there.
about Strider 1.
Strider 1 I have never liked.
Yeah.
The first one I've always just like, man, what is wrong with this game? You move incredibly slow. Mm-hmm. You can do a slide kick to move faster.
Uh-huh.
And it feels really clunky.
Okay, so here's...
It's also insane. Because
It is kind of
I
insane.
was just watching you play the first level. It's like, oh, the Russian parliament turned into a robo-dragon. Oh.
And then you kill him in like 2 seconds.
And then the stage is over. Next stage.
Yeah, and he's not exaggerating. It is like 2 seconds. I don't even know if that thing was fully formed before it was dead. It would just happen so fast.
You had no time to appreciate the insanity, and then it's done.
Emotionally, we were starting to get hype, son, because Russian Parliament formed Dragon, and then it was dead. So here's my thoughts on this.
There's so much cool art in there.
I see you're enjoying some more Mountain Dew Lemonade Blast. Honestly, I just wish I could have like a lemonade sparkling water. I've tried CVS's and stuff like that.
I typically just, when you go to Lenny's, they got the lemonade thing. Oh, that lemonade's pretty good. Just mix that with some Sprite and it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That's way better than this.
Yes,
This
definitely.
is just super caffeinated, which is where that Mountain Dew burp comes from.
There's that,
But in any case, so here's my theory on Strider 1. And as someone who works for the video game years and has covered the publishing of a lot of old arcade games and gone through the history of that, I think I'm rather qualified to say this. Strider 1, the arcade game, is a game that its sole attempt was to have a cool design done by a mangaka.
Okay.
And have really big graphics. It is a piece of shit.
God. I haven't mentioned before, but I know the guy who at least used to run the biggest Strider fan site.
Yeah. From what I understand, the Giant Bomb has that guy on call, and they called him in the middle of a podcast, and he didn't pick up, and they're like, well, fuck that guy. He called him back afterwards. He's like, God damn it. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But in any case.
So, I feel a little bad saying it. It's so bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm mystified by this, because it's like, I mean, via proxy, I know that there is a guy who runs, like, the largest Strider fan site, and Strider's a piece of Strider 1. Yeah. It is.
Although, let it be said, of all the
nonsense.
things weird with that game, the best part, and that they kept it into Strider 2, is when he jumps, does the jazz hands in the air.
He does the jazz hands.
Yeah!
He has somersault.
He does the coolest
moonsault.
backflip.
He does the moonsault.
Yes, the moonsault.
Moonsault.
Okay, so Strider 2.
Strider 2. Strider 2 is kind of the same. It's just super flashy, but at least you can run this time, so it doesn't go incredibly slow, but the levels just end so abruptly. It's insane.
It is insane. Insane's a very good word for what that does.
You go down, like, a tiny hallway, and then you don't even kill anything, and then the level just, like, ends.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
And then because of the flashy 3D graphics, the platforming gets a little weird in some segments where, like, you're supposed to know that even though there's a wall to your left, the camera's going to pivot so you can go past that, so you need to crawl along the ceiling.
Right. It assumes more than it should.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a kind of cool idea, but then
it's flashy.
In execution, it just is like, this is weird.
Yeah, it's really flashy, which is sort of seems to be the trend here. Like, Strider on PS1 is really pretty, I would say. Like, visually, not like... Look at all of the amazing things it's doing on the PS1. Like, not at that scale, but at the scale of, like, man, he's swinging his sword and shooting these crazy rainbow-colored
you have
blades.
a button to go to super mode, because the enemies didn't die fast enough in regular mode.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Clearly. And you shoot these giant energy waves out of your sword, and they look real cool. They do.
Yeah.
Must be fair. Like, we are not immune to that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Mission accomplished.
The cover art alone would have sold me... Okay, it did sell me.
So
Yes,
sort of
it did.
Cyber Ninja, I've already bought this twice.
Shit. I sold one of my children for this. But
I don't even have children. Whose child did I sell them?
sweating. How do I... So, okay, then we're left with, right, that Moondiver was a piece of shit. Like, Moondiver just is.
Yeah, it is.
It's not designed right. So the designer behind the main Strider series seems to just suck. He just, like, I need to look up what else he's done, but Strider 1, Strider 2, and Moondiver are all pieces of shit that I'm not interested in playing. Because they're nonsense. Like, it's kind of like, it's dust, but mechanically. It's just faffing about. And you're like, does it even matter that I use the super button? Everything, I have unlimited continues.
Well, yeah, but that's the
Strider
nature
2.
of arcade games.
Kind of, but that was like... They were developing it for both. This wasn't like, we made this arcade game.
Don't
now
tell me that, Dan. I tried to forget that.
I mean, it came out on the PS1 2 months later. They knew they were making a game on both. And, I mean, you think back to the NES Strider, and that game is a very different game from the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
I hear from people that game's just fucking great because it's kind of Bionic Commando style. Like, you get to Metroidvania that stuff, get abilities to do other things, and... Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great game.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
And I would like
I've heard
to
it's
think...
kind of jank, just a little bit.
Yeah, because it's an NES game.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool like Strider is, which won't end well. But Bionic Commandos is a little jank, if anyone's played the original.
Yeah, it is a little jank.
Yeah. But in any case, the PS4, Xbox One, and, 360, PS3 Strider, just looking at it, having seen Strider 1, 2, and Moondiver, it's way better than any of those. Just from the bit I played.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm not saying it's a great game,
but it definitely it feels like there's any logic to it. Like,
yeah,
the enemies don't all just explode immediately.
There is a charge attack.
Right, yeah,
the nuance
think it all.
that introduces. There isn't like slash unbelievably fast and hit a button to shoot shit out of your sword as you slash unbelievably fast. So overall, still kind of worth the $6.
I think so. It's one of those games I always wanted to own, even if it's not that great. It's
because you wouldn't know until you owned it anyways.
Right.
And if you break it down, it's $3 per game. Why not?
Right.
Why not? And now we just need to get an NES copy of Strider. I wonder how much those go for. I should look that up sometime.
They came to the States, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like an import thing. Yeah, that's an actual...
Yeah, because it's one of those I never saw at video stores or anything. What else? Of course, there's Smash Bros.
Oh, well, that's... Yeah, you guys have been playing
let's talk
Smash
about
Brothers.
Smash Bros. And then I'll bring up all the things we quick played.
Okay. Wait, there was one... Before we get into Smash Bros., there's one more that I played, and I was like, I played
Was it Muramasa?
No,
Was it on PC or
You haven't played Muramasa? Oh my god!
I have.
Okay, all right.
But I wasn't going to talk about it.
Okay, there's nothing to say.
There's nothing to say.
There's
there.
nothing left to say.
Turn around.
I guess there's more Hyrule Warriors, but we talked about that a good bit last time. But what was it?
What was it on?
PS3, I think. Maybe.
You tried downloading Batman.
I did download Batman. I wanted to play Drive Club, but couldn't.
We'll talk about that in the news segment.
You right? Okay, yeah, let's just go to Smash.
Maybe you'll remember it.
So Smash. Somebody talk about Smash other than me.
Because Smash is great.
It's like talking to a crack addict about crack.
Man, crack's amazing.
There's this one.
Let me tell you about the health benefits.
There are none. It's crack.
Who gives a fuck?
There's this one.
When you can see sound, it doesn't matter. What?
There's this one panel of challenges. When you beat that panel of challenges, it makes even more challenges for you. And there are like all sorts of things you need to do in the game to unlock more stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, this is a pretty good game.
Yeah, so it's kind of like achievements, kind of like trophies. It just gives you a challenge like, hey, do a final smash as Pac-Man. Stuff like that.
It reminds me of some of the stuff for like Melee had that whole challenge list thing that got progressively harder as you went along.
You're talking
not
about
so much the challenge list, but like that was
it sets you up in modes and you need to win. Where it'll be like
what it was called, but yeah, like it. I mean,
yeah, that thing.
It reminded me of that.
This is definitely the replacement for that, because that would be more expensive to do.
But it's much more like Brawls.
Yeah, where you had that achievement unlock grid
panel,
that was similar to Kirby's Air Ride. That you did a thing and unlocked it.
Of course, it's from Kirby's Air Ride. Everything's from Kirby's.
Sakurai has had a bag of ideas that he doesn't have any more ideas, and he just pulls from that. I mean, some of them are good.
I mean, the menu design is like Kid Icarus has freaking Super Smash Bros. Menus. If I didn't mention that.
Wow, I didn't.
And then that sliding difficulty in Smash Bros.
Yeah,
that's from Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
So okay, real quick question here.
Yep.
This is not going to be a pleasant one, but I noticed Smash Bros. Developed by Sora Limited and Namco Bandai.
Yep.
So it's Sakurai's. So quick question. I want it as objective, like be impartial. I want you to be objective, no emotions.
I will try.
So when I say this,
I can only promise to try.
Is there any game Sora Limited has put out that is a piece of shit other than Meteos?
You monster. I know where you sleep. I say this because you'll never make it back to the place that you sleep.
Your skin bite as a warning to others. Okay.
Meteos is great and you go to hell. All right.
Okay, so... I tried to think about things handled by Sora Limited, and they're all pretty solid. I mean, Kid Icarus definitely was not a wise control scheme.
You're right. I mean, it kind of hurt the hand they used, but man, that game is great.
Now he has wrist problems.
What?
Yeah, you didn't...
Who?
No, Sakurai.
Oh, yeah, Sakurai does.
Yeah.
I don't...
Intense, like...
No connection there, Dan. Don't get into that. That's just slanderous.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, Smash Bros. Is incredible. This is, I'm gonna go ahead and say, just from the core game of, like, you do a Smash match, this is probably the best Smash. Just because I love the character variety, I love the level designs, the fan service in those levels seems more concentrated than in past entries. Like, you go back to Brawl, and it's the Animal Crossing level, and it's just sort of like, hey, it's a platform and Animal Crossing, and in the background there's Animal Crossing. But you go to the Animal Crossing level in the 3DS version,
or
you're on that awesome island with the fruit, and the fruit can hurt other people, and boats pull up, which have other citizens from the place, and it's just really cool.
Although if you did on the Brawls, I don't know if it works for the 3DS too, if you play on the Brawl stage on Animal Crossing at like 9 a.m. at night, KK Slider's there.
You mean 9 p.m.?
9 p.m., whatever. Okay. It's Saturday. He's there playing a song.
That sounds pretty cool.
I don't know if that works in the
probably
3DS.
I mean,
I would hope so.
The 3DS one is so much more fan servicey in that respect, but at the same time, I don't think KK Slider is supposed to be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's a special island that they can go to get stuff.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Also, quick note, these two guys bought it. I didn't because I don't own a 3DS, so I've been mooching off of theirs whenever they're like eating or asleep or something.
And Aggro, who isn't here for this because we're recording it at midnight, and he is not a midnight man.
The Midnight Men. We are the Midnight Men.
We are the Midnight Men.
Do we put on like masks and then go save the people?
You aren't wearing a mask? They can't tell. This is all audio. We could all be wearing masks.
Could be. or R.
We are.
Can you hear the mask?
He played is the mask coming? Can you feel that?
Here's the
eye hole.
I hope that sounds great.
You're welcome, internet. Hey guys, I bought a $400 mic. We could do a really good sounding podcast, or we could be idiots.
So what about Aggro?
He played Smash Bros on the 2DS, and he said it's giving him a claw.
I thought that he said he broke down about something else instead.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
So, you know what? I feel bad because he hasn't been here for the past 2 podcasts, but you know what? I'm sure he's listening to this. Oh, well, Aggro, you're not here. I'm totally going to shit on you. What a fucking hipster. He's like, when he texted me, or he tweeted that he did that, I just went, you fucking hipster. People think I'm the hipster in GigaBoots. Fucking Smash Bros comes out and he's like, well, my Walmart's sold out, but it's okay because I have this RPG that everyone stopped playing 11 months ago that I was too much of a hipster to buy then because I had the fucking demo.
That RPG was Brave Default.
Yes.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
Which is an incredible RPG, sure. But you can't just keep moving one phase behind everyone else for no monetary gain because he's paying full price every time. While just being like, no, it's okay. I don't need to play games at the same time as everyone else. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Just, God, what a hipster. Okay. Moving on.
Let it not be understated. You are also a hipster.
No, I'm totally not a hipster. I'm wearing a mask and a turtleneck.
Okay. That's not hipster at all.
Nope. No, sir. But yeah, no, Smash is incredible. I hear a lot of people saying that this is content anemic. I don't know that I would say it's anemic. It has less than prior entries, some of them. But this is the 3DS version.
I mean, it only got less than the Brawl on Wii.
But then Brawl had that whole...
It has less than Melee.
Does it?
Yeah, because it has Classic mode and it has All-Star mode, but it doesn't have an Adventure mode.
Oh,
and
right.
It doesn't have that properly implemented Challenge mode, which is more interesting.
I mean, Smash Run is trying, but...
Smash, that's okay. Yeah, we can say that that's its own unique thing that pushes it up over.
Yeah. And it's got,
but yeah, Smash Run isn't as cool or neat as Adventure mode.
And you can't play that with just one person or alone at all.
Yeah, you can.
For me,
I mean, but that's
I do.
weird. I don't know.
The game encourages you to do it. Yeah, I think you have to do Smash Run with like all characters.
No, you can do that with someone else.
You have to win. Smash Run as every character.
Yeah,
God,
and there's 49.
Something like that.
There's a lot of characters.
There's a lot of like. I looked at that screen when he's like, here, I have all the characters. Take a look. Oh, I couldn't process that many. Is this the most that's been in any Smash game?
Yeah, definitely. Because they just added. The only one they took away was Ice Climbers, right?
Ike Climbers.
Ike Climber got stronger. I don't know.
Because, I mean, compare that to the first Smash
Marth
that
back.
had 10.
No, Mars has always been in there.
He was
Roy's
in
the one. Yeah,
okay.
so I guess Roy isn't back, but he's been...
No, Roy is back. The Koopalin.
Roy is not in there either.
He's there. He's a costume for Bowser Jr.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Roy's there. Roy's our boy. Which Roy? We didn't say. Eat a dick.
Bowser Jr. is a piece of shit that should not be
I still have not even played as that.
The great thing is install All-Star mode, right?
Uh-huh.
You get to 2000s, and then it's like Bowser Jr. I'm like, that's right. You own up that piece of shit was made in the aughts, not like in fucking 1980 or 1990 or whatever. The actual Koopa children were made then. This piece of shit is just a smaller Bowser that's fucking annoying. Yep. I'll make you pay for what you did to mommy.
Yep. No,
fuck
not
you,
even
Sunshine.
Mama.
Mama.
Which somehow...
Fuck you, Sunshine. You piece of shit. But yeah, what was it? Bob and I were watching a video the other day. I forget of what. It just referenced Sunshine. And Bob goes, yeah, Sunshine's probably better than 3D World. And I just like, whoa. Because I remember when 3D World came out, and I'm like, this is a piece of shit. And I'm angry at every journalist who's like, 5 out of 5.
10 out of 10. One of the best video games you'll play.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of that. There were a lot of reviews coming out saying that, and then the sales were terrible. And they were like, it's so awful that people can't play this. I'm like, no, you piece of shit. There are games on the Wii U that is true of. A few weeks from now, I guess a month from now. A month from now, that will be Smash, because that Smash will be fucking excellent. But 3D World is a piece of shit that was cobbled together at the last moment to sell a fucking game on a system with no goddamn games. Like, Nintendo is having trouble going to HD, and what do? They're like, here's a fucking Mario Kart. It's got the grabs thing.
Let's remake a game with an art style that doesn't necessarily need an HD upgrade, Wind Waker.
Yeah.
That's...
this whole... The software on the Wii U is totally garbage, which is why it deserves to not sell well, like the Wii U itself. Like, there's Bayonetta 2 in fucking Smash Bros. Those are the only two super compelling games I'm seeing.
Is when it's finally getting anything.
Yes.
Because I've owned it since it came out. I've hardly touched the thing.
Well, Hyrule Warriors is...
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors is... I like that.
Yeah, there's Hyrule Warriors, Bayonetta 2, and Smash Bros.
Xenoblade Chronicles X, I think
you
that's
care.
Me. Yes. I care, because it's Gundam Phantasy Star. Robotech.
I totally, like, I missed the point where, like, no, you don't understand, Dan. Xenoblade Chronicles is published by Nintendo, and I just... Because, like, when people brought that up to me, like, back in the day, they're like, yeah, Nintendo won't bring it up, or okay. And then my brain never connected, that means they own it. And I'm like, why does Nintendo own a JRPG? I mean, Miyamoto still works there, right? Do you think he just shows up and he's like, he just shits on the staff? Like, he stands behind them, he's like, fucking loser. Making your loser RPG for fucking shut-ins.
Can you jump? Are there platforms in it? Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. No, really, though. You know about that Miyamoto quote, right?
About
RPGs? Yeah, like in the 90s, Miyamoto said some pretty inflammatory things about RPGs, like only shut-ins play RPGs. And I'm like, that's fucking great. And now, then the Super Mario RPG came out like something 4 or 6 years later or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that guy.
Miyamoto's a man who has opinions.
I feel like here's the beautiful point. Like early on, inflammatory, middle ground. Oh, I'm Santa. I can't say mean things. And then as of late, he's just like, fuck casual gamers.
Yeah, that's right. I was about to.
And I just like, thank you, Miyamoto. True to the core.
So many people were like, that's got to be a translation error. It's like, no, he's an old hateful man.
Don't you understand? He's finally stopped being a
kindly old elf.
A kindly old elf for a company. He stopped being that company, man. He is now Miyamoto again, who's going to say some things that are insulting, like Donkey Kong Country is a piece of shit.
And casual gamers can die in a fire.
And RPG gamers are shut-ins. All of them. All of them ever.
As long as he keeps making incredible games, eventually.
Eventually, hopefully. Hey, Star Fox, which is probably those 3 things he showed off at E3, looks pretty great. If that is what Star Fox is.
Man, now like, whoa, all of the 3 of those together? I can see the robot and the Star Fox, but
and then the defense thing,
the defense thing would be the weird one.
Slippy made some other robot for big robot town.
That was the thing. Like, shortly after E3, I remember people being like, yeah, that was his way of like gauging interest in those while teasing you about hey, Star Fox is coming, but don't worry about that. Here, check out these 3 things. So that way people could be objectively be enthused or not enthused.
Right, that makes sense. Huh.
And what a great plan. Like, those 3 things look better than anything I've played on the Wii.
So the Miyamoto released PT to gauge the people's reaction to it so he could make Star Fox.
And then immediately said, only fucking juggalos play horror games.
It's true, though. It's just so true.
Okay, real quick question. Do either of you know what Burning Man is?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I don't really know.
It's a general sort of art fest. Takes place in...
Art fest isn't... It's really just a bunch of fucking people who go out...
Art and drug fest.
It's mostly drugs. Like, you go out in the middle of the forest, you have to bring enough water to fucking... Desert. You have to bring enough fucking water to survive, and it's a bunch of rich motherfuckers in California and fucking hippies and shit, and they're naked.
Not always, but sometimes.
Not always, yeah. And just walking around, it's this giant thing in the desert, right?
Wow, okay.
Okay, so on the latest Giant Bombcast, this question is the best question I've ever fucking heard. They were like, what was it? Dan Reichert was like, I still don't know which one I would rather not go. I would rather go to a gathering of the Juggalos than go to Burning Man. Because they were like, what? Dan Reichert, I thought you would be cool with the Burning Man. And he's like, no, fuck that. God, those fucking hippies out in the middle of the desert. And I'm like, God damn, I don't know which I would rather not be at. So juggle it. At least there's Faygo together.
Right, there's some delicious, refreshing Faygo.
You get something you like.
Yeah, I get something you like. What's that, Mountain Thunder? Sure. Whatever, I don't even fucking care. At least you're not nude. Well, okay, never mind. There is a documentary that shows that is the case. But at least not everyone's nude. There we go. That's in any case.
What were we even talking about?
We were talking about Smash and how great it is. Okay. And
I like all the little touches. I love, because maybe I'm just a sucker for it, all the custom moves. Yeah. That, I feel, is like one of the better
parts
additions
to
Smash.
That's really interesting.
Because it means that there's options for a character that you can, if you like a moveset, or if you even don't like a moveset, you can change it up, or you can add equipment that changes the speed. So you can make a Ganondorf that's super fast if it felt like it. Like that. Yeah. And instead of the slow-ass punch, you can do like one that's a sword, or one that's some sort of quick punch, or is down A and down B in the air, some sort of weird super diagonal kick that's amazing looking. And yeah, it's
pretty cool. Problem is, my favorite character is Little Mac, and he's perfect.
It's so perfect.
I looked at all of his additional moves and went, "That's dumb.
Why would I want that?"
The only one that looks like offensively it would be superior. Was also not going to give him the ability to come back to the platform as much.
I like Chushik's the move that I've unlocked, and there are some pretty interesting ones. Like there's zoning stuff where you have a grenade that sucks people into you. Like
yes.
It just because the normal one just sucks them to the grenade. Mm-hmm. The other one just pulls them to you if they're hit,
which is great.
Right, that's really cool.
Especially if you can combo, which in Smash is hard.
Yeah, definitely.
So, have you gotten the over 40 hit combo
on
training mode?
I did, while I was at work, I did the challenge that was like, get 50 KOs in Rival Smash.
Oh, okay.
Which was a lot harder, because it doesn't mean 50 KOs. At first, I just did that, but you need to get 50 more KOs than the enemy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh. Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
I'm at 175 out of 200 smashes for Endless. And that's the third page tier of that, because page 2 is, 50 or something?
I unlocked that page. I did not unlock the thing that told me how many I needed to get in there.
Gotcha. So, yeah, you need 200 smashes in Endless Smash in order to unlock that achievement. I did the home run contest as every character. Which is a good way to get you used to, like, all these weird people. Fucking the Monado kid is fucking weird as shit. Shulk?
Yeah,
Shulk. That guy has some weird shit. Like his counter, because I fought him and I've experienced this, he does his counter and it just slows you down insanely. So I'm like flying at him with a punch in slow motion. I'm like, why can't you just be normal?
Well, he's looking forward through time. So it's plot relevant to his game.
What they should have done? They should have made it mechanically relevant. He can just swing his sword and everyone gets hit, because you don't need to hit anything in there.
There you go. Yeah, his mechanics should have been. He should have been pseudo turn based. I still haven't seen his final smash in the game. I've seen videos of it. Still pretty great. Looks like the Trinity attack from the bouncer. The bouncer will come up every podcast. You're welcome.
I'm very sad that they have. It's Dunban and Ricky as his helpers. I mean, you have no idea what those names mean. But they should have had Rhine, so we can yell, "It's Rhine time," which is the sole thing that character yelled throughout that entire game.
Fuck it. He should just have Dogi from Ease as his partner.
Just smashes through a wall.
Just fucking smashes down a brick wall. And he's like, "Hey, you like pizza? Get it."
Famous words from every
Dogi
game.
Hyphen Dogi. Yes, correct. But yeah, Smash is incredible. I lost faith in gaming as a whole because of Destiny. I'm not even kidding. I had what this guy over here, Eric, had times 11
over a contracted period of time, because I felt like mine was over years. Yours was just over the span of Destiny.
No, like after I was done with Destiny, I put it down and I traded in. I was like, I don't even know about running GigaBoots. I don't know. These video games are a fucking waste of time. What am I doing?
I'm gonna quit my job and get a career in waste management.
At least then I'll be paid better to deal with garbage. But no, Smash Bros. Brought me back. And yeah. I'm better now.
We're in a new age where we're all feeling great about games in our lives. Maybe in our lives.
Last gen was dark, and Destiny was pretty fucking dark too. I'm glad I didn't buy Drive Club, because from what I hear, that is also, in that Destiny direction of like, it feels weirdly hollow.
Oh no.
We want to talk about that with the news?
I guess we'll talk.
I was saying, I saw that game trailer review and I wanted to believe that Bloodworth wouldn't lie to me.
You wouldn't lie to me, Bloodworth! That opening sound of a cheer one means it's the news segment.
Start drinking.
Real quick. As I came down... what? If you want to.
I don't.
As I was coming down from the upstairs restroom, and I look across the living room, I'm on the kitchen side, and then there's the living room. Those two are joined here. If you've seen the review of Rogue Legacy, you probably have a fairly good idea of that space. So I'm looking all the way across this distance to see Eric there with what I think is my 3DS. And I think he's playing Smash. And you know that high-pitched sound from Kill Bill? I just hear it, and I keep restraining myself, and I'm like, no, that isn't the case. Look harder, he would ask. And it's his Vita. And I just have to laugh, because I'm like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, man. It's a good thing I was across that room when I saw that. Because if I was closer and mistook it for that, I probably would have trusted my eyesight more and gone, Eric! Listen here, you little shit! Let's talk about the news.
Sack of shit legs.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Top of the news here says that you played Shadows of Mordor and forgot to bring it up in the what you played section.
It's really funny that it says that. I don't remember writing that, but all right, here we go.
It was in all the news sites.
Yes, I played Shadow of Mordor. Jeff brought it over. And,
Shadows of the Mordor?
Shadows of the Mordor.
Yes. No, I'm...
Shadows in the Mordor.
No, it's Shadow of Mordor.
Yes.
Wait, Shadows. No, it's Shadows.
It is.
It's plural. Shadow of the Empire, singular.
Shadows of... Yeah, it's Shadows. You're right.
Yeah. No more Shadows. No more Shadows of... Guys, come on. Which is a good point. There's no Lord of the Rings in the title.
Right. It's just
they just reference Middle Earth and Shadow of Mordor.
And then you got a cover that has something that looks very Lord of the Ringy, but... Yeah.
Because it's like set in that Silmarillion sort of time period. It's set in the cursory fiction with notes to The Hobbit, because what's the name of it? Gollum. Gollum is in it.
Right.
And Sauron.
Yeah, I guess
an expansion.
Sauron's referenced, and there's an expansion with Sauron.
Or patch or something.
So
you tried it.
Yeah.
I thought that the reason why I brought all of that up is that I think it's really interesting that they don't own the rights to make the Lord of the Rings games, I think.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think that's why they have all this stepping around saying Lord of the Rings.
Weird. I thought that it was just a design decision to not even...
To not focus on it being a movie game, because that would make people think,
Right, and then you would expect, why am I not playing as Gimli or something like that? Where's Legolas?
That may be the case too, but it's not based on The Hobbit either.
Right, which is good.
And we'll just keep cruising right past that statement because no one here's contesting it. What's that? What's that internet? I can't hear you. Aggro, you aren't in the room. I can't hear you.
Yell louder.
Yell louder, Aggro. Maybe we'll hear you. And it turns out he's sitting there and he's like, truth is, The Hobbit sucks. It's a good thing I'm not there, or otherwise I might have to defend it. I love how he sounds like Takanaka from fucking Cromartie High. Apparently Aggro rides trains and gets motion sick.
I believe that. That checks out.
We should just film shit with Aggro, like, making faces and me dubbing him over with that voice. Man, I really gotta throw up. Someone's in the bathroom. That's his one joke, Takanaka.
Right, he's such a deep character.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So did you like it?
It was okay. It was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah?
A whole lot better than I thought it would be, because I figured this would be garbage.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. Lord of the Rings games suck dick.
I mean,
another moment where Aggro's yelling.
I feel like there was one that was not bad, but
was that because you were friends with Jonathan and he made you play one?
No, I feel like there was one.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Because he was like, check this out. This game is great. And Dynasty Warriors came out by then. And he's like, look at how many people I'm fighting. And I'm like,
He liked there was like a weird 3D brawler that he really liked. But...
Yeah, it was the second movie's game, I think. Or Storming Castle or whatever. But no. Every Lord of the Rings game, Super NES one I have over there, bullshit. Fucking all of them, horseshit. They are fucking horseshit. Why is this one good?
I even somewhat enjoyed some of those PS2 ones. They weren't good.
Really?
Yeah, just the upgrade mechanic behind it and being able to play as all the characters is kind of nifty. Better quality than a lot of movie games.
All right.
Nope,
sorry. I'm not going to elevate it to that high praise.
I've heard Lord of the Rings Online is pretty decent.
How about this? Also, those people have Stockholm. But
okay.
Yes. How about this? It is better, okay? The Lord of the Rings games on GameCube and PS2 are better than Enter the Matrix.
Okay. Yeah.
That is my high praise. Path of Neo, though.
Well, but when you lower the bar
is better
that
than all
low.
of them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're as good as Path of Neo.
Do you know about Path of Neo?
No.
I'm about to spoil the shit out of this game. So if you don't want to know why Path of Neo is amazing and want to see a video made by us in the future where we talk about it and show it, just skip this part. Skip like a minute and a half. Okay, so the Wachowskis were heavily involved with Path of Neo, and the Path of Neo not only follows the events of the movies, but also does interesting things in building out the lore of the movies as well. But the best part of the Path of Neo is you get to the end, where the super burly brawl happens, right?
Yeah.
And they stop it, and the Wachowskis, like, their representation come on screen, and they're like, now this is the scene where super burly brawl would happen, and they would fly around, but we didn't think that was cool enough for a video game, so now you're going to find a giant mecha smith.
Oh,
and
that's
they
right!
pile into a giant, like, kaiju smith. And it's incredible.
I remember
So about why the Path of Neo is better than every Lord of the Rings game ever, except for, apparently, Shadows of Mordor.
Right. Another cool thing, we were playing the game within 10 minutes. Like, under that, probably.
Yeah,
there's just very minimalistic intro cutscenes.
like for a AAA game. Holy shit!
Absolutely the antithesis to Dust. To that symptom of being like, let me tell you how cool my universe is. Let me tell you all about this. And so much of this game, I am in love with this game, and I haven't even fucking played it. Because this game's whole obsession is just being a fucking good game. All of these systems, all these things it's doing, it's trying to be mechanically interesting, not like, oh, and then this happened in the story. No, it's like some weird simulation thing where it's like you got these Uruk war chiefs and shit. Uruk. U-R-U-K with an apostrophe in there.
Right.
War chiefs, and they promote each other and do stuff like that. They have feasts, and you can poison them, and you can go fight them, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's neat.
It's really neat. That system is great. The first thing I did when I let me go to the open world, I started fighting one of them. And then 5 more showed up.
Yeah, it's fucking great. He starts fighting one,
behind me I think I've seen maybe 2 at once. What's going on?
Because it's simulation based.
Yeah.
So Bob runs into one, and it's cool. When you run into them, the camera comes off of you and zooms into them, and then they do a sort of custom animation that always looks a little off.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny. They look drunk as shit, which might be what they're going for, but they're like, oh, look at you. I'll kick the shit out of you, or something dumb like that. And they'll say their name and their title, whatever, and it'll move on to the next. So it does this 4 fucking times. And it's just in the middle of oh my god, I'm dying. There are too many. And it's just another one, and another one, and another one. And they all have ridiculous names like Bloodlust, the blah, blah, blah. And it's just the shit puncher. And Jeff's standing there. He owns the game. He's just like, I've run into 2, maybe 3 at once. What is happening? This is his first time playing. So he gets his shit punched in from the shit puncher.
Yes. True to his name.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The traversal mechanics really need some, that's definitely the weakest part. It feels like he'll just sort of not climb when you want him to climb sometimes, and he'll climb the wrong way. It does have a little bit of Assassin's Creed syndrome there.
Yeah.
But it does have a nice thing where you can jump down from a high place and you don't need to always fall into a bale of hay. So there's a bale of hay next to every tall thing.
Weird. And that's because you could go ghost mode?
Yes, ghost mode.
What?
Yeah, whereas the guy in Assassin's Creed, when he jumps off of things, needs to land in a bale of hay. They didn't want to have that limiting. Your dude's like
half
eternal and half wraith. It's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy as fuck, one might say. And so as you're plummeting towards the ground and you're about to slam into it, you just go ghost mode and then land gracefully.
So you are Danny Phantom.
Yes.
I knew that would happen. Yes. I was like, I'm going to make this reference. I can't not make this reference, and Dan will hate me forever.
Somehow I've managed to only see Danny Phantom in passing. Like, I'm just like, oh, there it is. Click bye.
Bye. I don't know.
I'm out of here, Nickelodeon. Go on the Cartoon Network. I don't need you.
Are you okay?
Are we done talking about Danny Phantom?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
But yeah,
I've tapped in some sort of weird well of Dan hatred lately. I'm just able to bring up the dumbest shit from the 90s and early 2000s that just gets him just physically, violently angry at me.
Yep. That is accurate.
I don't know. I've just been on point with that this past week or so.
So this game was made by Monolithic Productions Inc., which is the same people who made Fear, the original Fear.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Actually, wow.
Yeah, so that sort of explains, being fun.
Right. Which is weird because it still kind of feels like cobbled together other games. Like the combat feels very much like Batman, but I still enjoyed it a lot more than I did Batman Combat because it gives you the element of having a finishing move.
To kill people.
To actually just stop people. Because, geez, Batman, you'll just punch him forever. Then you get the combo high enough and you get to, like, storm of bats, and then they're kind of confused. Then you punch him more.
And then you punch him even more.
It's like...
Then you unlock your special move. More punching!
But there's also a ground...
Super punch! And punch again!
Punchocalypse.
But yeah...
Punch Narok. Sorry,
so you really like Shadow of the Mordor Punch-Out?
It was okay.
Main character, Little Mac.
It was okay, 10 out of 10.
That would be a way better game, I gotta say. Just Little Mac was dressed fully in modern clothing, like he is.
Check this out.
Okay.
Hyrule Warriors would be a better game with Little Mac as main character.
You would go as far to say every game.
Dating Sims would certainly be funnier.
Can he even talk? I guess they don't need to in Dating Sims.
He just needs to be, really muscular.
The options are offer to take her books. Say a nice thing about her. Knockout.
Yep. KO. He never takes off his punching gloves. Not even for love.
Not even for love.
Okay, but...
Especially
yeah, let's move on to the actual news.
Right.
So Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be 900p 30 frames per second on both platforms, and the way they came out with that was really, really weird. Really, really weird. Because one of the comments early on was they were like, well, we're CPU limited. We've been bottlenecked by the CPU, basically, and that's why it's 900p and 30 frames per second on both. But then they also had a clashing statement where they said they wanted to have parity on both platforms, so that way they would avoid all the debating and stuff. Which is fucking insane. It's like, so you are literally limiting the quality of your game on one of these platforms to avoid a marketing problem? Like,
I kind of see what they were thinking, but if you say that, you just made something way worse a problem.
Yes, because you openly said we made your product worse, so that way other people wouldn't be angry.
And now everyone is angry.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
And now there's lots of debates and stuff.
lots of debates and stuff. My favorite part of this is the whole CPU limited part. It was like, oh, it's 900p and 30 frames per second because it's CPU limited, because of the AI. I'm like, okay, one, I doubt that every person in your game is having their AI done per frame. I find that incredibly unlikely. That is never the case in a game with this many characters. Right. Ever. even the Heavenly Sword had mobs and like shit like that. I don't even want to head deep into that. Even if you were CPU limited, which, you know, fuck you, that wouldn't affect the resolution. You sit there and talk about like, oh, if it were just the polygons, it could be 1,000 frames or 100 frames per second, but it's the CPU and it's limited, so it's 30. Okay, one, you could make it run at a higher frame rate and then not do the AI every frame or not do the physics, whatever. That is well documented. That has been done countless times. I don't even want to talk about it. But the resolution is wholly disconnected from that. In no way does the CPU affect how many fucking... Fuck you! Lie better!
It's like... At this point, it's not a secret at all that the Xbox One can't run things as well. Like,
right,
who are they trying to cover for at this point? Every other game.
Well, weren't they on stage on Microsoft's conference?
Maybe.
That's probably what they're trying to protect here. There's probably business deals or what have you.
Right.
I love that the debate would have been, wow, but doesn't it run, I think it runs better on the PS4. You're right, debate over.
Yeah.
No, there would still be pages and pages of how that's annoying.
Because NeoGAF is crazy.
Right.
Half of NeoGAF is fucking absolutely insane. I don't care.
Internet.
I don't care about how poorly the game runs. All I care about is the quality experience. You know, we have the same game on our platform, right? We're talking about the same game. Just this one runs better. Fuck you. Wow, that went downhill fast.
That was a cliff. It's just boom.
And gone. Yeah, so that's annoying as piss. Especially when they were out talking about how it was going to be 1080p and 60 frames per second.
Right.
Which they did a good bit.
It would have been really cool to see it at 60. Because no Assassin's Creed has even approached that.
No. And the sad part here is that, like, what...
Nothing at all.
Are you eyeing his Mega Man ZX Advent?
No, he was saying I hadn't really played it because there was something else on top of it, so I was just taking that and just moving it ever so slightly so we can more properly see the shame that he hasn't played Mega Man ZX Advent yet.
In any case, yeah.
No reason. What's underneath that? Unholy War?
Buddy. Oh, hey, we can bring this up on the podcast. I meant to bring it up sooner, but hey, a fan asked, and now they will see their questions in action. Do you own Xenogears?
Xenogears?
Xenogears, yeah.
No.
Okay. I didn't think any of us owned Xenogears. A fan was asking us to play the versus mode in Xenogears because the Unholy War reminded them of it.
Oh.
And I'm like, what?
I wasn't aware that game had a versus mode.
Me neither.
All right.
Here's Mega Man 7's versus mode instead.
We're all learning today.
Eventually we'll be there. But yeah, another point to this last point on the Assassin's Creed thing. Videos from months ago showed that the mobs don't even work at full frame rate. They're half frame rate like rear view mirrors.
Ugh.
Yeah, and they have jump in and jump out quality. It actually looks pretty bad, but the way they frame their videos try to make it look as good as possible. Hopefully people won't notice. Admittedly, they have a shitload of people on screen, and that's impressive, so whatever. But sitting here and saying that your AI is the reason you can't run at a better frame rate and that your CPU limited is total horseshit. In the very last comment, I saw quite a few people who own Ubisoft games on PC talking about, yeah, no, their CPU utilization always blows. These guys are terrible. I'm running a Core i7 and Watch Dogs is taxing the shit out of it. Guys, it's Watch Dogs. No one has a brain in it. Which is true. I showed Bob that all it takes to escape the entire U.S. government is driving off of a bridge and swimming underneath it for a minute. Like, they have choppers. The choppers are flying by. They can't see me. I'm under a bridge.
They have boats, too.
Uh-huh. It's incredible. Watch Dogs is such a good game because it's a piece of shit. Its best quality is how terrible it is.
Wow.
So let's talk about Drive Club PlayStation Plus Edition and how it's not there on day one like they told us it would be over a year ago. Because the servers are getting fucked.
Right.
Apparently, even the reviewers were having issues playing the game before launch because the servers were having issues dealing with the social features. You know, the entire point of the game.
Yeah.
All of the social features.
You know, the club part of that Drive Club.
It sounds like it should have had some sort of beta period where it was open to the public so that they could test the servers. And
like an open beta?
I don't know what that is, but that sounds pretty accurate.
Like a weird radical idea.
Like a PlayStation beta.
It's maybe exclusive to PlayStation Plus members.
I don't know.
Did they done that before?
No.
I feel like that's happened.
None of this sounds right. But yeah, it's totally fucking insane. Totally fucking insane. They're like, we delayed the PlayStation Plus version that we promised you guys for over a year now because the servers aren't ready for the game. And even more amazingly than that, the game came in pretty hot. Like, the game is missing a lot of shit. Like, it doesn't even have rain. It doesn't have a photo mode. It doesn't have all these things you expect from a racing game. And they're like, over the next year, we're going to be patching all of this in.
They showed the rain. They showed the snow.
They showed the photo mode. Yeah.
What the heck?
So, what is Drive Club? I wish I could know via trying some sort of free version.
So we were promised over a year ago.
Yeah.
I understand wanting to support the paying customers first, but we are at the same time we are the paying customers who were promised that for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, because a huge boon of PlayStation Plus for me, as odd as this sounds, is that I knew I'd be getting a version of Drive Club that I would get to try without having to pay $60 for Drive Club.
Right.
Do you guys have any spare copies of
No.
God damn it.
They sent like 4.
Yeah, they're sending this thing off to die. This is classic late PS3 Sony.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Sony, we know that the press isn't too hot on Drive Club and you delayed it a year. Maybe you could make a good game and they would care.
Right.
Just an idea. Because it does seem more like a production issue. When you're patching your game for a full year after launch just to get in features you've already shown off, that's a production issue. That isn't a quality of concept thing.
They really didn't need to push it out for October. Like, they don't have any games in November.
Forza. They had to for Forza. And it just makes them look bad.
But it's even...
Not having a game would look better than having Drive Club compared to Forza Horizon 2.
Right. And it's even 2 weeks late to that.
Yeah. Is it 2? I thought it was 1.
No.
I thought Forza Horizon 2 came out last Tuesday.
What is...
Today's the 9th.
Okay, yeah, I guess Forza Horizon 2 was last Tuesday.
Okay.
Because it was the 30th.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, it's like October 8th.
Oh, it clicked over to Thursday. Yeah, okay. Got it. But yeah, no. Terrible mistake. Okay, moving on to the next story. This is a classic of Dan's. Don't fucking trust Japanese companies when they show you tech demos.
Right.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is being made on Unreal Engine 4. What the fuck was that tech demo they've shown us 2 or 3 different ways?
The Illuminous engine or something?
Luminous, I think is right.
Yeah, it's about
like
right.
The Summoner, what was it called?
They like ruined. Yeah, they had the Summoner, and then they have like, here's our office room remade, and here's this ramp in our office space remade, and it was just like, are you fucking serious? Come on, you're not even making Kingdom Hearts 3 on it, and that is your most recently started game.
Right.
Like, they announced that last year. Before that, it wasn't even officially announced. So they started development sometime recently, and they're making it on fucking Unreal Engine 4? Like, I don't even have a problem with them making it on Unreal Engine 4. Stop showing tech demos for engines you're not gonna fucking use.
Supposedly, they're still using Luminous Engine for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah?
Yeah,
they have officially said that.
I'm pretty sure.
I've never once heard them,
I'm pretty sure that, like, in those videos that they released, like, just last week.
The Tokyo Game Show thing?
Tokyo Game Show stuff that they showed off. Like, they even had, like, Luminous Engine on the, like, it was a license thing at the bottom of it.
Okay.
But we can double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
But either way, it just shows something absurdly limiting about their own in-house engine when Kingdom Hearts 3 has to be made on Unreal Engine 4 because it's visually a more simplistic game.
Right.
Also, I worry that it'll run like shit because Unreal Engine 3 ran like shit all of last gen.
It did. I really, really hope Unreal Engine 4 is not that way. The footage we saw of Tekken 7
looked good.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
Yeah,
like didn't see anything horribly wrong with that. And they said that they were like, okay, this is what 50% from the quality of graphics we want.
Yeah, which I'd never trust a Japanese company on what percent done they are. How many percent is Final Fantasy 15 done? Is it 15?
Well, it was 50% 6 years ago, and it's still 50% today.
Okay. So Tekken 7's never coming out.
But at least with Tekken, that wasn't a percentage of done. That was a percentage of
graphical quality, fidelity. Which is an even weirder thing.
I know, it's even weirder, but at least it's not the same thing we keep hearing.
Oh, okay. At least it's a different weird thing. So about this whole, like, you companies, we know you're gonna lie. A lot of people are gonna fall for it. Just lie better. Just, come on, Ubisoft, you should be better than this.
Hire a professional liar. Professional bullshit artist.
Yeah, Kevin Butler. He's got somebody can hire that guy. There's this important thing called buttons.
What was Unreal on the Unreal Engine thing? What didn't they show Kingdom Hearts 3? Like they
last
did
year.
Yeah, they showed 2 gameplay videos. And
2, yeah. Oh, at Tokyo Game Show?
No, not Tokyo Game Show.
Because they only showed one at E3 last year. I don't know about any.
Well, that was just the footage they showed at E3 last year was just this weird concept footage. But then later on, they showed like what looked like gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was a large step down from that other video.
Of course.
But I have to wonder what that was made on. Maybe that was them already in Unreal Engine territory. I don't know.
Well, let's change topics because Dan gets angry when Japanese companies and engines come to topic. Smash Wii U is coming out November 21st. We already knew that because there was a sales paper leak, but now Nintendo's officially confirmed it. So that's good.
So how many days after 3DS Smash did that take?
Let's not talk about it.
It's like, just wait about 3 days. I'm sure we'll know.
A month for them to announce it.
Yes.
Yeah, something like 3 days, yeah. Which I was telling my cousin. My cousin came in town because of a recent funeral, and I was telling her before Smash 3DS came out, I'm like, oh yeah, no, the date for the next one leaked. They just want us desperate assholes to buy the 3DS one and then buy the Wii U one. She's like, oh, wow, when's it coming out? November? Are you serious? Yep. I'm still getting the 3DS one.
You weren't a desperate asshole. You were just, I believe you said time and time again, you now have no excuse to not play Smash at all points in your day, no matter where you go.
Correct. So the 3DS version has utility into perpetuity.
Yes.
Like just forever useful.
It is the forever Smash.
Right. Yes.
The once and future Smash.
Wait a second. Wouldn't the Wii U one work with the gamepad?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
That'd be pretty incredible.
I think so.
Just that controller's kind of slightly worse than the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't know. That might work.
But yeah,
I have not seen them talk about that at all, so I'm not going to be like, yeah, it'll definitely
work.
But, I mean, what do I mean?
I don't know. So the second wave of amiibos were announced?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first wave of amiibos, for people who don't know, is Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Link, Fox, Samus, Wii Fit Trainer, Villager, Pikachu, Kirby, and Marth, and those are due out November 28th. The second wave,
that's for Europe.
That's for Europe, so I'm pretty sure those actually launched November 21st, along with Smash Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Because that makes sense.
This other date's maybe for Europe, too. But in any case, December 19th, Zelda, Diddy Kong, Luigi, Little Mac, Pit, and Captain Falcon. So, I don't... It's weird because it's like the amiibo, the whole thing is that it's supposed to work cross-game, and they have all these characters. Are they really going to put all these guys in Mario Kart? Or is this just it's going to work for Smash, but then Mario works for Mario Kart and
maybe they're going to have some bizarre thing that they do in these other games.
It works for Captain Falcon. Because Mario Kart is just F-Zero now.
I mean, it works for Little Mac, because Little Mac should be in everything. But
Little Mac just punches.
Yeah.
No engines, just punching.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
He punches God to make himself go faster. God's like, stop it.
Fine, God.
Oh, jeez.
Like a God says God.
Yeah, he's like, oh, God, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's one of those things I've always been super vague about, if amiibos are going to, like, what they're going to do in the games that don't have those characters.
Yeah.
They probably won't do much of anything, and that's sad.
Probably not. I mean,
they're leaving money on the table.
Right.
If they could just integrate these characters in cool ways into different games, they would sell like hotcakes. Like, even if it is just like, hey, Eric.
Yeah.
When you stick Little Mac on your 3DS, because they're making that thing for the 3DS too.
Yeah.
When you're playing Pokemon, your trainer is wearing Little Mac outfit. That would work.
You open your Pokeball, and little Mac's in there. And you're like, this is weird.
He's so little.
He's so tiny.
But yeah, I even that level would work.
Right. I mean,
production-wise, it does up the ante for all these Nintendo's titles.
Right, because they're releasing so many. If they're going to release every Smash character, that is a lot of characters.
But totally fucking worth it because they will sell amiibos like hotcakes. If you can play as all of these characters in all these Nintendo games, but for $12 a pop, mad money, bro.
Each amiibo is $12?
Yep.
Yeah, 12 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with like Skylanders.
Yes, that is actually a little below Infinity price and a little above Skylanders.
Huh.
Skylanders is 10, Infinity's 14.
Yeah, I think that's
like
right.
That.
So that's how much of a scam they've been pulling.
Right.
It's kind of horrifying, isn't it? The more you learn about Skylanders and stuff, you're like, okay, so what does it do? You get to play as this guy. Do I get any new levels? You need the playset. What?
No, that is Infinity.
Yeah, I know.
That up the ante there.
Yeah. They were like, fuck it, we're selling characters and playsets.
We're Disney.
Yeah. So yeah.
We're Disney. We thought we have all the money in the world. But what if we had
all the money?
All the money.
What if we had it twice over? So Bob,
what's up?
I hear here that the GameCube adapter, so you can use your GameCube controllers on the Wii U. Yes, it doesn't work outside of Smash.
Yeah.
Which some people, for some reason, thought it did.
Yeah, I don't know where the original report. Right.
Hope so hard that
felt
they
in their
wrote
heart.
it.
Yeah. And then published it on news sites. But man, that would have been great if it was true. It would have. That would have been amazing.
Because objectively, the GameCube controller is one of the greatest controllers of all time.
It's short a button to be a replacement for the Wii Pro.
It is.
There is that.
In fact, it's technically short a few.
But it's more just for the virtual console space is all I would be worrying about it working on.
Yeah.
Because that could be cool. Like, say, Mario 64, that's... Or Mario Sunshine.
I'm so angry that they don't sell GameCube games on the Wii U.
I'm angry that you can't just put GameCube games in the Wii U.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, for me, it's about bringing the price down of retro games like Melee.
Yeah.
Melee, the cheapest I've seen it for is $25, most of the time $40. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For something that is 13 years old.
Whoa.
You okay?
I'm fine, sweetie. Everything's great.
Sweetie, look at me. Look at me. You're old.
I felt the passage of time very keenly.
Yep.
I saw my death.
How is it? It was horrible. It was excruciating. It felt like acid on my face. 10 out of 10.
Would life again.
Would life again. So there's that Smash Bros. 3DS controller mod. Lets you use a GameCube controller on your 3DS. Have you seen it? It's open source.
Oh, so it's now something else from one you showed me before?
The one I showed you before is one guy made it.
Right.
This is now, this other person gives you instructions, shows you the wiring and stuff, the Arduino board, and all of this comes out to $12 worth of materials to do. Which is
sounds like
cheap
techno
as hell.
wizardry to me.
It is.
Sounds like very risky. It could ruin your DS.
My DS has already been cracked open and people done stuff with it.
Well, I'm not upset about ruining warranties. I'm talking about not working anymore.
Oh, that's...
Oh, well, no.
This isn't fucking magic. It's a controller. You can make things wire into other things. It looks normal.
Okay.
I mean, an Arduino board is like a processor that takes these inputs and then reprocesses them into voltages and things in order to send it to the 3DS. Rewiring that really isn't insane. I mean, this is a fucking computer. It's not wizardry. We've gotten to a point with all of this cool hobby kit shit where people are doing this level, and it's relatively safe as long as you know what you're doing. Like, I know 2 friends I could take this to who'd be able to do it like that. One of them doesn't want to do it because the Arduino is currently external. Because, of course, you need a custom plate in order to make enough room to stick it in.
Right.
Damn, it looks gross. Kind of sticking out.
Yeah. Well... apparently you're supposed to just put it down because you got a GameCube controller in your hands anyways.
And
for me,
with Kid Icarus, they gave me the stand, so I'm ready.
You are. And for me, I have the video out thing already on our 3DS, so, fuck it. I'll just use it as a goddamn console. The main thing I have a problem with is from the videos and other information I've been looking at, the buttons are perfectly responsive. Analog sticks are a tricky thing.
Right.
So the way they're filtering the signal in order to send it in looks like it's causing very slight latency or unresponsiveness, and it may not fully correlate to how the 3DS circle pad would respond. So just that is enough for me to be like, yeah, whatever, the Wii U one's coming out soon.
Right. Very soon.
Also, and this is the number one concern for me, if I do that mod, you, Jeff, and Jason will all be like, you only won because you have a GameCube controller.
It will be Bryce.
You'll be fucking wrong. You'll be really fucking wrong.
I won because I was Little Mac and you all are scrubs.
I'm a fucking champion. By the way, if anyone listening to this podcast wants to play Smash Bros. With me online, put your friend code in the comment. I'll friend you or something. Because I need more people to play Smash with. More victims?
More victims!
Oh yeah, I guess this is a moment for us to take a second to comment on the news articles that are hitting that are like, Max OP! And then you read the article and it's like, according to anecdotal evidence, like they can't even describe why he's OP. Like the people writing these articles can't even say, he's overpowered because of this. They're just like, so my friends are bitching about this Mac guy? We think he's OP. According to them, they go online and Patricia Hernandez, who wrote this one for Kotaku, is pulling random tweets from the internet of random people bitching. Random people bitching. They're like, Lil Mac's like filling the for glory mode 1v1. Fuck it. I'm like, okay, I'll check that out. I go in, I do 27, maybe 29 matches. I won 80% of them, and there was no Little Mac. Other than me.
Well, that was you. You were the Little Mac.
There was a Little Mac in all of those matches.
There was 100%.
You're just proving it.
The problem is that it is equally likely for those two, for Patricia Hernandez and those random people on the internet, because they didn't say who they were playing as. Because it doesn't affect it.
Yeah,
see?
I
see what you did there, trying to say that I provided the Little Mac and thus threw off this whole equation, but that's incorrect.
I was
maybe on the internet. Maybe Patricia Hernandez. Maybe she was playing Little Mac. It was all 20 out of 20, and yeah.
And she didn't want to admit it. She's like, here's the people I read.
It was me, Little Mac. It was me all along.
Fucking, but yeah. You know who's real quick? There are YouTube videos sprouting up on how to beat Little Mac. No joke.
Okay.
Patricia Hernandez mentions that in the Kotaku article, like, here are all these YouTube videos that tell you how to fucking deal with him. And I was thinking about making a fake one. It's like, here's how you deal with it. Now, Little Mac, here's his moveset. Fortunately, there's a very good character to deal with all that. His name's Little Mac. But no, really, Little Mac is totally fucking shit against fucking DDD. Dude, DDD's awesome in this one. His
full stop.
I forget the name of the Kirby spiky enemies.
Gordos.
When he throws out Gordos, they bounce relative to how high he was when he threw them.
Yeah.
So you get to choose different height paths. Mm-hmm. Man, it's good.
It also apparently sticks into some walls and it will hurt people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. DDD's better in this, which is crazy.
Great.
See? Aren't you excited for the for the Wii U one?
I am excited for the Wii U one because I get to further mooch off of you guys.
Yay! Woo! Golden Corral of games.
Do you get the mooch off of Golden Corral? Can we both go and you pay and I start getting water and I get steak?
Man,
I think they don't want you to do that.
pretty heavily with sticks. Don't want you to do that.
I think they have the bouncer in the back willing to kick your ass if you do that.
If there's one bad thing about this new Smash Bros, it's seeing Ike.
Yeah.
Ike?
Oh, Ike.
What's wrong?
He used to be so overpowered.
He beefed up.
He's ripped as shit.
Yeah.
But he used to be so overpowered and they nerfed him.
All of his power went to Little Mac apparently.
Yes.
But he's slow. They didn't have to nerf him that much. I didn't get to play as much.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not even super crazy about Ike. I played him a good bit. I actually played Lucas more than I... Oh, yeah, that was another character they took out, Lucas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but a lot of Ness's special moves are Lucas moves.
Yeah, but that wasn't what made Lucas awesome. His smashes or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
And completely unbalanced.
Sorry, can't hear you, Ike. Can you speak up? But yeah,
do you fight for your friends?
Fight for my friends.
God, fucking Ike, he's ripped shit. Like, he won a match against me online because I did something really stupid as Little Mac. Little Mac's a fucking liability.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, that side B will kill you.
Yeah,
you can only use that from the dead center of a stage.
I have killed myself with that side B. That side B is great at killing you.
Yes, absolutely. Done it a lot of times. Also, his grab's garbage.
I've noticed that Little Mac cannot deal with freaking counters. Like,
yeah, you can counter.
there is that, but
Counter
at the same
that
time, it's like it's so easy to see when he's going to attack because it's instant.
Yes.
So you know, oh, he's near me. I can do it.
Yeah, he telegraphs, which is why all these people who are bitching about Lil Mac are just like, no, just read him better. Like, that dude, most of his attacks are hella telegraphed. The only one that isn't is his running punch, and guess what? If he's running at you, he's gonna punch you. But yeah, no, he's terrible at dealing with counters, aside from using a counter, because he can't grab well. If he had a better grab, he would be fine at it, but I can't grab anyone as Little Mac. That guy barely, like, he keeps his arms close to him, and when you tell him to grab, he barely opens up and like, oh, they weren't on my chest.
He tries to grab with his elbows. Just
He needs that Mars grab from Melee that was like longer than Yoshi's grab.
God damn it. I forgot all about that. God damn it.
I still wonder if that GIF is real or is that someone modding it.
No, I'm pretty sure that looks like some crazy exploit shit. Oh, man. Yeah, no. Little Mac is a very heavy bet. He's like going to a casino and just putting down all of your money.
all in black.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying by choosing Little Mac is that my dumbass will find a way to deal with your countering bullshit, find a way to deal with your shield and then grab.
Your projectiles, everything.
And projectiles, and won't throw myself off of a ledge. There is no other character that has to deal with such insane adversity. But
he gets armor frames, so
he gets the armor frame on that one smash and the neutral B. But the neutral B is pretty useless. Like,
other than looking really cool.
And killing you,
yeah.
Which the weekly beating shows.
Yes.
So. Yeah, kind of. I guess we'll talk about the last news story here. Capcom says they aren't going to make sequels to games that don't sell over 2 million copies.
Hey, they said they might not make sequels to those games.
Thus, once again, proving don't listen to Capcom about anything they say. These are the guys who are like, we're investing heavily in Lost Planet. And then Lost Planet bomb. They're like, we're investing heavily in Devil May Cry. And then they're like, we're going to put out a Resident Evil every year. And I was like, where's our Resident Evil this year? Wasn't 6 like 2012?
I think
or was that 2013?
No, Resident Evil 6 was definitely not last year.
Wow, so yeah, so that's 2 years now that we haven't had a yearly Resident Evil from the company who said they were gonna give us a yearly Resident Evil. Those guys are fucking insane over at Capcom. They're like, we're gonna here's our new idea for development. I love this. This was so crazy. You could smell the cocaine coming off of the guy who fucking said it just by reading his text. Like, you know how they say good writing is when you read a sentence and you read it in the voice of the author? Have you ever heard that? Like, strongly characterized writing. When you read it, you're like, clearly he wrote that because...
Oh, you mean being able to tell the author's voice and what he's writing? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, to a certain extent.
Yeah, so this just, but for drugs. Like, you can tell the drug he's on. So he's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have 800 people develop each game. We're going to turn them out. We're going to have, like, a buster crew come in and finish They thought they were Ubisoft or something. And Ubisoft is like a tornado of train wrecks waiting to hit each other.
Train-nado.
Yeah, Train-nado. And he's just like, and we're going to develop games in 2 years. These quadruple A games in 2 years, and we're just going to have the finishing crew come in with the hundreds of developers, and then we're going to have small crews make the smaller games and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, none of this sounds even vaguely practical. What are you? Oh, crap. Okay.
So good.
So, okay, here are some examples of games that didn't sell over 2 million in recent years. Dead Rising 3, Dragon's Dogma, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and DMC. Bob, are there any games other than Resident Evil 6 to come out in the few recent years that is not in that class of like
Monster Hunter
category?
I guess.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Right? It's
Fuck
like
Capcom.
They essentially said we're not making games.
It would be great if Nintendo took that pile of money they had and just bought Capcom, because they're really good at IP management. Smash shows that they can manage other people's IPs better than they can, like Mega Man, Sonic, and Pac-Man.
Yeah. Would Lords of Shadow fall in that?
Oh, this is Konami.
Oh shit! Damn it! I was thinking of something else.
We wanted that shit. Eric Aggro would be on the podcast.
Okay.
We look forward to Aggro making that mistake next week.
God, I've been seeing Dragon's Dogma on there hurts, because I'm like, Dragon's Dogma was great. Like, it was one of the coolest things that they made all of last gen.
Yes. It was.
And
I mean, they just, the Devil May Cry 4 did pretty well. Then they said that wasn't good enough and sent that guy off to make Dragon's Dogma.
Which was apparently his dream project. So I guess that worked out for him.
Japanese companies just seem to have a weird measure for success. Like a couple years ago was the Square Enix thing with like Tomb Raider didn't sell all that well by our standards, even though it sold like gangbusters. They set
but that was more
weird high bar of success for it that no one could beat it.
Right, but that was because it was proportionate with the budget they gave that thing, which was insane.
Yeah, they did spend an absolutely ludicrous amount of money on that game.
Marketing that game.
See, the thing is here that they don't understand why they're spending so much on the budget and they're spending so much on the marketing and they aren't selling as well as Western IPs. Like, they're never going to face the fact that 90% of the games they're going to make are not going to appeal to Western gamers.
I mean, they're setting their standard insane, though. Like, not every Western game is Call of Duty.
No, but, like, Tomb Raider was just trying to hit, like, what's a good example? Uncharted territory. I mean, I guess it sold about as well Uncharted, but they spent way more on it.
Right.
Like, I feel like they look at The Last of Us and other things that are that level of successful, and they just go, why aren't we doing that well? We spent a good bit on marketing. Well, your game's not that good, sweetie. You shouldn't have spent that much on development. Like, fucking, and there's... I feel like the next sadistic, masochistic piece of shit I'm going to put myself through is that Tomb Raider. Because I hate it. Like, every bit I've played of it is just, like, fake and gay. It's like the impression I come across with it. It is like, what? I hear people who like it talk about it, except for one friend in particular who will be unnamed, who just talks about how cool the Uncharted moments are that aren't, it's like not even Uncharted cool, because it's technically not impressive. It's just a pile of art they threw at a wall. But in any case, it's like certain gameplay things that really didn't fucking need that huge of a budget.
Yeah, no. It could totally have been a great game without that budget. I don't know.
So it's just like, fuck it.
Man, if only there was another Tomb Raider game that had a smaller budget, maybe had a top-down perspective.
I'm leaving.
Involved you rolling around giant marbles.
You know, that one I hear is still coming to the PS4, like, on time.
Okay, so I'm just going to point out. Eric comes back. He's back from college. He's like, hey, I heard about this game. It's called Journey. Can we play that game on your system? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, don't worry, I'll buy it. It's okay. And he buys it. And he beats it. And he goes, well, that was shit.
What shit? But
then he leaves. And then he comes back to town. Then I'm like, what game do you want to play? He's like, oh, I got this Lara Croft game. It's a cool top-down twin-stick shooter. And I'm like, I'm not that interested. He's like, no, it's great. It's amazing. By the end of it, he was like, yeah, it was okay. It was fun. I'm just like, what the fuck is with this guy who tastes in video games? You scare me. So few people have been like, no, we need to play this. It's all right. I'll miss Eric.
I learned something about myself today.